Alrighty, everybody. We're going to go ahead and call to order the regular meeting of the Oakdale City Council, July 14th, 2026. Sarah, will you please take the roll?
Councilmember Moore?
Here.
Councilmember Morcom?
Here.
Councilmember Severson?
Here.
Councilmember Rich? Mayor Zabel?
Here. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alrighty, council members, we have an amended agenda in front of us tonight. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The agenda is adopted. Three sets of minutes in front of us. Oh, we were busy that week. Summerfest week. Yeah. First up, workshop meeting minutes, June 23rd, 2026. Any changes or corrections on this set?
None.
Seeing none, I'll look for a motion.
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And those minutes are adopted. We'll move on to the regular meeting minutes, June 23rd, 2026. Any changes or corrections here?
Nope.
Seeing none, I'll look for a motion.
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Those are adopted as well. The final set from our budget workshop on June 25th, 2026. Any changes or corrections here, council members?
Nope.
Seeing none, I'll look for a motion.
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the last set is adopted as well. Whew. Take a breath. No public hearings in front of us tonight, so we'll move into open forum. This is our time on the agenda. For anybody who's joining us in the audience, if they would like to share anything that's on their mind, please feel free to step up to the podium, state your name and address for the record, proceed with your comments. Royalty, we have royalty in the audience. Gabe, Ms. Shamrock, anything?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, council members, we'll move into consensus motions. We have A through G in front of us. There were a couple additions from elsewhere on the agenda. Are there any that we want to pull for individual consideration?
No.
Nope.
Can I get a motion?
Make a motion to approve consensus motions A through G as presented.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And those are approved. Advisory boards and commissions, let's check in with them. The Planning Commission met on July 9th. Councilmember Severson, you are their liaison. What is our Planning Commission up to these days?
They did meet last Thursday. They held three public hearings. One to conclude the continuation of the continuation of the public hearing for the Oakdale Marketplace PUD. So they continued that public hearing and closed it. A second one for an oversized accessory building on 25th Street. And then the third one was a comprehensive plan amendment, preliminary plat, and site plan. There was a public hearing on those for the 94 Exchange Building. That's at 4th Street and Hadley. And those were the three.
Wonderful. Anybody have any questions for Gary? Alrighty. No other boards or commissions met. Nothing under awarded bids tonight, so we'll move into staff reports and start things off with a few items from community development. Andy, you're up. Thanks for poking him, Hannah.
So the item before you is a amendment to the marketplace plan resolution. This is as a result of Yep, so the amendment is as the result of a Court of Appeals decision that the PUD plan must be amended so that any retail use allowed in the B1 commercial district, formerly referred to as C2 community commercial district, would be permitted on the site located at the southeast quadrant of 34th Street North and Marketplace North. The amendment would supersede the provision in Resolution 2024-89 that requires a restaurant or fast casual dining site on the site. The Planning Commission met on this item on June 4th, held the public hearing. They recommended approval, and before you tonight is the request for those two motions, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Council members, any questions for Andy? We have two actions in front of us. Who would like to take the first one?
I'll take it. Move we waive reading, adopt ordinance number 964, amending the Oakdale Marketplace Planned Unit Development and repealing ordinance number 937.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Final comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And ordinance 964 is adopted. One more action.
I'll move we waive reading and adopt Resolution 2026-37, amending the 2005 Oakdale Marketplace Planned Unit Development Plan to establish additional design standards and to establish additional site plan options and rescinding Resolution 2024-89.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second?
Motion and a second. Final comments. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And resolution 2026-37 is adopted. Alrighty, item B. Hannah, welcome.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Just waiting for the slides to pop up. The item before you is the approval of plans and specifications for Tower and Gulfview Parks playgrounds and improvements, city projects P 2026-02 and P 2026-05, and authorization to go out to bid for a general contractor to complete the improvements. As background, the City of Oakdale completed a park system plan, which is a comprehensive roadmap for park improvements. A number of improvements from the Tower and Gulfview Park concept plans were identified in the adopted 2026 to 2030 capital improvement plan as 2026 projects. Improvements at Tower Park include replacing playground equipment, upgrading surfacing from sand to engineered wood fiber, adding seating opportunities around the playground, and adding an accessible trail from 8th Street North to the playground. At Gulfview Park, improvements include replacing playground equipment, keeping surfacing as engineered wood fiber, and adding a small concrete plaza with seating and shade. The funding sources for the two projects are the Park Capital Fund and a transfer from charitable gambling. This slide displays the Tower Park layout plan where you see the accessible trail from 8th Street going up towards the two play containers. One is dedicated to swings, and the other is for the other play equipment. The retaining wall boulders act as seating opportunities. Due to slopes, ADA requirements, and building code, the design could not incorporate a gap between the boulders. It does now have stairs on the north side of the walk near the main play container that will allow for additional easier access between the two containers. This slide shows the Gulfview Park layout plan, where there's one big play container that will have swings, a K through 5 structure, and a pre-K structure, and other play elements such as small spinners. You can also see the small concrete plaza where shaded seating will be provided. Following council approval of plans and specifications and authorization to go out to bid, it is the plan to advertise the bid package tomorrow, July 15th. Submitted bids will be opened on August 3rd. City staff will then return to the August 12th City Council meeting with a recommendation to award the bid. Construction would start after contracts are finalized, and substantial completion is targeted before the end of 2026. I'll note that throughout the design portion of Gulfview and Tower Park improvements, community development has been leading the efforts, with Public Works playing a collaborative, supportive role. As the projects transition to the construction phase, Public Works will take over the leadership role, with community development playing a supporting role. To reiterate, the action before council members this evening is to approve plans and specifications for Tower and Gulfview Park city projects P 2026-02 and P 2026-05 and authorize bidding. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Council members, any questions for Hannah?
Yeah.
Councilmember Morcom.
Thank you. Real quick on the Tower Park, I know you showed some of the changes in design. There's a lot of conversation, a lot of good feedback from Parks and Rec Commission about just making sure there's access between the two play containers. And I know a big part of what the council wanted to make sure happens with these designs was ADA accessibility. And it's a great thing that we have that included. But those steps that are added, so just to reiterate, that's going to provide more movement. So if a toddler is on one side and a parent's on another, they can get back and forth easily and help a kid if they need it, right?
Yep. So it took quite a long run to get the trail from 8th Street up to the play containers to meet ADA requirements, which is 5% max slope. So there's a landing right here to get to the swing bays, and then there's a landing up here to get to the main structure. Because this middle portion, the slope is at 4.8%, we can't have a passway or a stair landing on a slope greater than 2%. So that's why we had to add the stairs on this side, and then the ADA accessible access to this swing bay is right here, and then further up is ADA access to the main structure. So we tried to make it happen, but just couldn't with the slopes.
Right. Well, and if I recall, that park was not accessible at all before this, right? And continues to not be. So I appreciate taking the feedback and making something work by adding those stairs.
Council members, any other questions for Hannah? Seeing none, I'll look for a motion.
Move we waive reading and adopt Resolution 2026-44, approving plans and specifications for city projects P2026-02, Tower Park Playground improvements, and P2026-05, Gulfview Park Playground and improvements, and authorizing the advertisement for and collection of bids.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second?
Motion and a second. Final comments. I'll just make one comment. I want to thank all the members of the community that came out to our public engagement opportunities and weighed in on what these parks should look like. I'll be honest, council, we have no idea what these playgrounds should look like, these parks should look like. So that feedback is absolutely critical in shaping what these neighborhood parks can be and end up will being. So a big thank you to everybody that joined us at those events. A big thank you to staff for organizing them. They make a big difference. So
Yeah,
we
and
really
your-
appreciate it.
If I could add, Mayor, to your point, we added the shade component to Gulfview because there was so much feedback from families that there was no shade whatsoever. So, I mean, significant pieces of these plans are changing because of the feedback, and that's exactly how it should be. It's been great.
Motion second. We had some comments. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And Resolution 2026-44 is adopted. And we will get those out for bids.
Thank you.
Hannah. Public Works. We have one item from Public Works tonight. Corey, thank you for joining us. What do you got?
Hello,
Money.
Mayor.
Yay.
Hello, Mayor and Council. We have another generous donation from some residents of the community. Lori and Michael Phillips were looking for options to be able to provide some sort of contribution to our Parks and Recreation programming and stuff like that. Started out looking potentially for some bench locations. Weren't able to find something suitable that worked for that, but still felt compelled to donate in some form. So they have donated $200 to us as a city to go towards operating expenses for the Oakdale Nature Preserve. So looking for some, happy to answer any questions on that or looking for your willingness to accept.
Council members, any questions for Corey? Who wants to make the motion?
I can make a motion to waive reading and adopt Resolution 2026-38, accepting a donation from Lori and Michael Phillips in the amount of $200 to help cover the expenses incurred in maintaining the Oakdale Nature Preserve.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Final comments. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And Resolution 2026-38 is adopted. And we want to say a big thank you to Lori and Michael Phillips for their donation to the city. We appreciate it. Let's check in with our city attorney. Jim, what do you got for us?
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, nothing specific to report tonight. Happy to answer questions.
Anybody have any questions for Jim? All right, let's check in with our city administrator. Kelly, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Just a reminder that we have the neighborhood meeting with our folks next to our police department and the City Hall project this Thursday at 6 p.m. at Walton Park. And that project is significantly underway at this point. We did post a link on our website to the photos. We have 10-minute photos now available to keep an eye on all of the demolition that's happening and future construction. And just a note that at some time in the near future, we want to let people know that Hadley will be closed for utility connections, and the playground at the park will also be closed for a short period of time for utility lines to be run through there as well. Dates to be determined, and we will make sure that the public is notified in adequate time to make alternate transportation plans and alternate plans with bringing the kiddos to the park. So just want to give people a heads up that it will be coming in the next few weeks, though.
Anybody have any questions for Kelly? No? All right, how about council presentations? Councilmember Moore, anything?
No.
All righty, how about down here?
Nope.
Not for me.
I have a few announcements that I want to share. Fall elections are rapidly approaching, and the filing period set by the state for filing for office for either the mayor seat or 2 council seats opened today, July 14th, and runs through Tuesday, July 28th at 5 p.m. If you are interested in filing and running for election this fall, you can go to Public Works, right? 3200 Granada Avenue North. You can just walk up to the front desk, and our city clerk will assist you with filling out that paperwork. Stop by the Oakdale Farmers Market on Wednesdays from 2 to 6 p.m. at Walton Park West parking lot off of 15th Street. Lots of great produce. I was out there this last week. All that good stuff during the summer is coming. We're almost there, and this hot weather will definitely help the sweet corn and the tomatoes along. So lots of great produce, baked and canned goods, flowers, plants, and more. I got some cookies. Oh. They were so good. So many good baked options out there. So check it out. Oakdale's Farmers Market, Wednesday, 2 to 6 p.m. Our city summer concert series continues tomorrow, Wednesday, July 15th at 7 p.m. at the Walton Park Bandshell. Bring your lawn chairs to enjoy polka and dance music from the Squires Band. Question for staff. Is there a scenario where, due to the heat, that may change? Is there a plan in place? Or is it going on regardless?
It will go on regardless, but we will
I'm going to look to
verify.
our Public Works Director, since that falls under Recreation. Summer concert series tomorrow, is there a possibility that it may be impacted by the heat that we're having, or is it going on regardless? Okay, thank you. So join us down at the Walton Park Bandshell to listen to some polka music. You can also beat the heat with a pop-up splash pad this Saturday, July 18th from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. at Eastside Park, located at 1744 Helmo Avenue. You can run through fire hose spray, toss water balloons, play water games. A big thank you to the Oakdale Fire Department for hosting this. I believe it's their second one of the year. There will also be one in August, I believe, as well. So for the time being, it's going to be a perfect day on Saturday to play in the water and hang out with the Oakdale Fire Department. So hope you can join us. Night to Unite is just 3 weeks away on Tuesday, August 4th. This is a great opportunity to host a neighborhood gathering. If you are interested in hosting and want the Oakdale Police or Fire Departments to stop by, or your elected officials, you can, these are great events to support one another, get to know your neighbors, meet some personnel from the city, and support crime prevention. If you plan to host an event and would like any of those groups mentioned to stop by, please register on the city website, oakdalemn.gov, and we ask you to do so by Friday, July 24th. Finally, save the date for the community picnic on Thursday, August 13th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Fire Station 1, which is located at 5000 Hadley Avenue North. A big thank you to the Oakdale Area Chamber of Commerce for hosting once again this year in partnership with Oakdale Fire. It's such a great opportunity for residents to come out, free hot dog lunch. You can meet some of our local businesses. It's always such a fun time. We really hope you can join us. A big thank you, like I said, to the Oakdale Chamber for hosting that once again. We do appreciate that.
Here. I
You
do
said
have a
you had
present. I
nothing.
said I had nothing, and I apologize.
Fine, Councilmember
I
Moore, what do
know.
you got?
I just wanted to thank our police department and our fire department for the Ladders and Squads event last week. I brought my son, and we had an amazing time. Everybody was so wonderful and kind, and it was so much fun. He initially, I will admit here publicly, he did not want to go. I said, "Can you just please? Can you give me 10 minutes? And he was like, fine. And so we went and we left. And when we left, we were there about an hour and a half, I think. And when he left, he said, Mom, that was so worth it. And for a 12-year-old to tell you, Mom, that was so worth it, man, I'm going to take that and ride on that for a while. So thank you to the police department and the fire department for all your work on that.
That's almost as good as Mom, you were right. Like, it's pretty close.
It's so close. It's so close. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, a big thank you to our city staff for putting on that event. I think this was the third year, looking at the Chiefs, third, fourth, something like that. Such a cool addition, especially for two occupations that are always looking for that next generation of people wanting to serve their community. It's really cool to see kids interacting with our police officers and our firefighters and enjoying all of the equipment and stuff. So City of Oakdale definitely views that as an investment in our future. Hopefully we get a few police officers and firefighters out of that.
He's
So,
ready to sign up.
Love it.
I mean,
Love it.
yeah.
Bills. We got bills to pay. Ooh, we got $5 million worth of bills. Claims roster in front of us, June 24th through July 14th. $5 million and change. Are there any individual bills we need to pull out for additional information, council members? Seeing none, who wants to make the motion?
Make a motion to approve claims as presented.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second?
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Bills are paid. I thought I heard somebody's. Anything to share, Chief Wolt? Oh, okay. We're going to go ahead and adjourn, roll right into a meeting of the Oakdale Economic Development Authority. So we're going to go ahead and call to order a meeting of the Oakdale EDA. Sarah, will you please take the roll?
Commissioner Moore,
Here.
Commissioner Morcom,
Here?
Commissioner Severson,
Here.
Commissioner Rich, President Zabel.
Here. We typically don't say the pledge again, just an FYI on future agendas. So we'll move into approval of the agenda. Council, commissioners, can I get a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? EDA agenda is adopted. One set of minutes in front of us to approve from December 9th, 2025. We haven't met this year? Wow. Well, as needed. That's how we roll. Commissioners, any changes or corrections here? I'll look for a motion.
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are adopted. Two business items in front of us tonight. First meeting of the year, we have to elect we have to elect our officers for the year. Commissioners, do we want to change up the 2025 slate, or do we just want to re-up that?
Let's re-up.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to elect the Vice President, Treasurer, Secretary for 2026, following the appointments of 2025. Can I get a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Officers are elected. We have one more business matter in front of us, discussing the development assistance agreement for Tanner's Lake LLC. Mr. Gitzloff, please walk us through this.
Thank you, Mr. President, Commissioners. Item before you is consideration of termination of purchase and development agreement with Tanner's Lake LLC. As you recall, November 12th, 2024, EDA authorized the execution of that agreement. Once conditions prerequisites were met, that agreement was executed and became effective on March 10th. 2026. The developer was required to acquire EDA property and close by April 13th. That deadline did not happen. The developer has been given multiple opportunities to cure since then. City staff does not have confidence that additional time will result in the project moving forward. Given the circumstances, city staff is recommending formal termination of the development agreement, where that the developer did send a communication in earlier today requesting a 2-week extension of that. That is, we work with the city attorney. If that is something that the EDA would like to consider, we have some language here that's basically a motion that would say termination of the agreement effective on July 28th, which is the next meeting, contingent upon that would take effect unless 3 conditions are met, one of those being a $1 million deposit of earnest money towards closing. The second one would be paying off of any outstanding liens on parcel 2. And the third one would be submitting proof of financing to the satisfaction of the executive director of the EDA. So that was the motion that would be outlined to allow for that EDA not having to take another motion in 2 weeks if those conditions weren't met and the agreement would terminate. A similar agreement would happen at the city council meeting as well on the 28th. One other thing to note here too is that within that agreement, there is a purchase agreement for the private parcel at 325 Geneva Avenue that's included as part of that termination. This is an option whether the city elects to entertain that purchase or not. We've outlined some concerns with executing that purchase agreement. Although it says we get the property at appraised value or what the developer paid, there are outstanding liens that are associated with that project that are unlikely to clear within the window. So staff is not recommending that EDA execute that purchase agreement and would recommend that you do not exercise that option. I'm happy to take any additional questions. And then I know Jim's been wordsmithing on notes, and he can reread back that motion to you if that's the direction EDA wants to take here tonight.
Andy, just to clarify, so the option to not elect to execute the purchase agreement, is that part of this motion, or would that be a future action? Because we didn't discuss that, I guess.
You mean that private parcel?
Yeah, what we do with it. Do we purchase it with the liens, or do we elect to not
So
execute the
we have to
purchase
make that
agreement?
decision tonight.
That's what I'm asking. Is that part of this motion, or is that a future decision? Attorney Jim Thompson.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, let's do that as a separate motion. I think it wouldn't hurt to have that tonight, so I can read the first motion when you're ready, as soon as there's a motion made. And then I think we should also take the action not to exercise the purchase agreement, just so the record is clear on that.
Okay. Jim, do you want to read the first motion? So we're all working off the same language.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. So the motion that, based on staff recommendation, would be, I'll do this slowly so you can, but I think we need to be precise here. Okay. Be a motion to terminate the purchase and development assistance agreement between the City of Oakdale, Minnesota, Economic Development Authority of the City of Oakdale, and Tanner's Lake LLC, effective July 28th, 2026, unless by that date the developer, 1, deposits with the EDA $1 million towards the purchase of the EDA property, 2, provides evidence that all liens on what's known as Parcel 2, which is 325 Geneva Avenue, including but not limited to a private mechanics lien in the approximate amount of $665,000 and a private mortgage in the approximate amount of $427,000 have been removed as encumbrances to the property by that date. 3, developer must provide proof to the satisfaction of the EDA executive director that all necessary financing and equity commitments to fully fund the total development costs of the project in accordance with requirement in the purchase agreement have been, in accordance with the requirements of the purchase and development assistance agreement have been in place as of that date.
A couple questions, Jim. What does in place mean? How is that enforced? It feels like we need to maybe be a little more specific there. I don't know if it's a word change or.
Mr. Mayor, I think the key language there is to the satisfaction of the EDA Executive Committee. I'm trying to think of a better word.
I mean, if there's enough subjectivity in the first part to the satisfaction of the EDA executive director, then maybe the word doesn't matter.
I think that's the key language in that paragraph.
Okay. And then my other question was, is it possible that there could be additional liens that we aren't aware of against the property? We spelled out very specifically the 2 liens that we are aware of, but could there be a scenario where there is an additional lien we're not aware of that somehow rears its ugly head later that needs to be specified in here to protect the city? Or
Mr.
the
Mayor,
EDA, I suppose.
to be a lien, it has to be recorded against the property.
Okay.
We have a title commitment. It's a few months old now, but that, at least as of that date, it did reveal all liens on the property. But the requirement here is that all liens, including those two, be released. So if necessary, we could do additional due diligence between now and July 28th to see if there are any additional liens that have been put on the property.
Okay, and we would not have to spell those out. They would just be included under all
Right.
liens.
As the motion is worded, it's provide evidence that all liens have been, and I specified the two in particular because those are the two significant ones. But it's including but not limited to those two.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Commissioners, were there any other questions or clarity we need on the first motion?
Yeah, I have one.
Commissioner Severson.
If you would just confirm that on item number 1, the earnest money amount was $1 million?
Yes, that.
$1 million?
Yeah, deposit, as in the motion, it must deposit with the EDA $1 million
$1 million,
towards the
okay.
purchase of the EDA property by that date.
Thank you.
Commissioners, any other questions? No. All right. I will make a motion to approve the resolution as read by the, are you EDA attorney now? Legal counsel. We'll go with that. And ask that the language be provided by the legal counsel and entered into the record. There's motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Final comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that resolution is adopted. Jim, the second part.
Yes,
Second
Mr. Mayor, members
action.
of council, I think the appropriate motion would be motion to not execute the purchase agreement that is attached to, strike that, let me start that one again. Motion to not execute the purchase agreement that is attached to the development agreement as Exhibit J. I think that's good enough.
Commissioners, any questions for Jim on that? I'll make a motion to approve the motion as stated by the city attorney. Can I get a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Final comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion is approved as well. Got everything covered? Jim? Good?
Yes.
Andy? Good? Good. All righty. We got a game plan. Commissioners, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second?
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you and good night.